Have any of you ever heard of the Remagen Bridge? No, well, there's a bridge called the Remagen Bridge across the Rhine River. The reason it's in the history books, it was seized intact. It was a railroad bridge, but they had planks across it, and our American forces seized it. It was the intact bridge. They thought all the bridges along the Rhine River were blown, but they seized the Remagen Bridge. And if you do more research, you'll find in the history books a lot of mention of the Remagen Bridge, but you never hear any mention of the Urmitz Bridge. The Urmitz Bridge and the Remagen Bridge were twins. They were built, I think, between 1916 and 1919 for World War I. To make access to the Germans. And they were railroad bridges. They were long bridges, over 500 meters long. So if you read in the history books, you'll find that we found that the Remagen Bridge had not been blown, and American forces crossed Remagen, but nothing is mentioned about Urmitz. Well, our job after the bulge was to cross from Luxembourg into Germany, and in 2 days through the treacherous Eifel Mountains, we got to the Rhine River. And when I looked out on the Rhine River, there was the Urmitz Bridge still intact. And the Urmitz Bridge was supposed to have been blown. Aerial reconnaissance said there are no more intact bridges over the Rhine River, but there it was. We got there late in the afternoon. It's almost dark, and this is one of the greatest spectacles. The Germans knew we were coming. This is the only bridge. They're withdrawing. They're fighting to get across the bridge. There's a place called Andernach here. There's a place called Koblenz here. These are large cities, and masses of German, this is tanks and trucks and horses and men all moving this way to cross the Urmitz Bridge, and they met here. It was like musical chairs, 6 people, 8 people fighting for one. And when I looked out and saw this, this is an unbelievable spectacle. You can't believe this. The Germans flooding out. So we immediately attacked, but it was about 2 miles from the promontory where we were. We came down onto the level ground, and there were no trees, no ridges. It was like a pool table, and we got onto it, and the minute we got onto it, which had been protecting the bridge from the air, leveled, and they started shooting at us, it would have been murder for us to continue. So we had to pull back because it was almost dark. And all night long, as this a mass of Germans kept withdrawing all night long, our artillery was hitting the bridge and hitting in all the locations. We resumed our attack. As I mentioned, it was about 2 miles. We attacked and we're moving. Nothing hits us. There's no fire from any 88s, and we got to about 1 mile of the bridge. And the bridge, I have a picture, was 500 meters long, 500 yards. 5 football fields long, teeming with Germans, and up it went. I was there, and up it went. And there was a big arch, and the explosives must have been immense because there were horses and men up here at a lower level, trucks and a lower level tanks, all dropped in the Rhine River. And of course we were shattered because we thought that this was our chance to seize an intact bridge across the river, but it was blown in front of us. And you never hear about Urmitz. That's the reason I wrote about it, because the historians, for some reason or other, have written about the Remagen Bridge, but not about the bridge at Urmitz.